The internet has a lot of really great free resources and tools that you can use to learn English. Here are 10 of my all-time favorites. Hey, my fellow English learner! Let's start with dictionaries. The Longman Dictionary of Contemporary English is hands down my favorite. I use other dictionaries when I need it, but this one has everything. It's so well organized and the collocations are easy to find. My second most used English dictionary is Urban Dictionary. When I need to learn the meaning of a slang word or expression, it's unmatched. But some explanations have scarred me for life, so be careful there. And Merriam-Webster Dictionary is the one I use when I plan to learn everything I ever want to know about a word. Our next stop is search engines. I use Google all the time, of course. Lately, I've been Googling the names of trees and plants a lot. It's helpful to look at the picture if I want to know what a thing looks like. But sometimes you just don't know if the search results have good English without mistakes. That's when correct English search can come in handy. It's a custom Google search engine that shows you only websites with good English. There is the third search engine I use, and I want to mention it. Google Scholar is a useful tool if you want to study at university or want to read academic studies on any topic. Here, I usually look for recent research about language learning, because that's what I'm interested in. And because I'm passionate about language learning, I read and write about it in English pretty much every single day. I prefer to write my message or text in full and only then check my writing for any spelling or grammar mistakes. I mostly use spelling and grammar check in my Google Docs or grammar check. They do their job reasonably well, but I don't follow their suggestions 100% of the time. I trust my gut and the next resource. When I'm not sure about punctuation or grammar, I go here. Grammarbook.com has the best and the simplest explanations of grammar and punctuation possible. It's my go-to resource when I want to make sure that I put my commas in all the right places, or that I nailed my use of subject-verb agreement. It's an excellent resource to improve your writing in English. And you can even get a few simple tips to make your writing more effective. Another grammar website I love is EnglishPage.com. If you have issues with verb tenses, articles, prepositions, or modals, it's the right place for you. They have a lot of well-made exercises. Now let's talk a little bit more about writing. Espresso is a great tool to analyze your text and figure out how to make it better. You can find out how many words and sentences are in your text, how many nouns or verbs you've used, etc. But that's only the basics. Imagine you're writing an essay. You can check your essay for weak or overused verbs and change them for better alternatives. You can check for filler words that people use in spoken English all the time, but usually not in formal essays. Or you can find rare words in your text. Play around with these buttons. It can be really useful and fun. Another website I've been using a lot lately is Hemingway Editor. If you copy your text here, you'll get a readability grade level. It means that this tool measures the lowest education needed to understand your writing. For example, grade 8 means that your text will be easily understood by an average teenager whose native language is English. Since I create content for my fellow English learners, I try to make it as clear as possible. I paraphrase sentences highlighted in red to make them less hard to read or understand in general. It works the other way around too. Do you want to make your essay or text as complicated as possible? It can be done. I wouldn't recommend doing that, but you still can. There is one more tool you can use to play around with your writing, or maybe any other text like a paragraph from a book or blog, or a page from a TV show script. Oxford Text Checker analyzes what level the words are from A1 to C1. It's really cool. And you can highlight the words you want to learn to create a word list to study later. Or create simple exercises to help you memorize new vocabulary. But what about speaking? I find Youglish to be a fantastic place to improve your pronunciation and make your speaking more natural and fluent. Search for a phrase in the accent you want and repeat it after the speaker with the same intonation and flow. Search for different words to hear them being used in different contexts. Find new awesome videos on YouTube that have subtitles in them on the topic you choose. Another tool I use all the time to improve my speaking and writing is Phraseit. It's incredibly useful and powerful. If I'm not sure about a preposition, article, collocation, word order, what have you, I look for example sentences with this grammar structure or word. This is literally my most used English learning tool ever. It's so helpful. I explain how I use it in detail in this video. Share your favorite tools and resources in the comments down below. I'd love to hear them. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time with more awesome language content.